Hello, teacher, and welcome to my lesson plan presentation. So, in this case, I'm going to explain the lesson plan that I have created to the next topic and to the next grammar structure. So, pay attention. The teacher name, Elí Reyes Delgado, and institution, Complejo Educativo, Cantón San José Abajo. The students' age, teenagers and adults. This is a mixed group and most of the students, 25 students, and the due date to deliver this homework is November 29th, and the time designed for this class is 60 minutes, and the level or section, advanced level, and the topic is critical thinking and the approach PPP, presentation, practice, and production. And we have one general objective. And the general objective says a student will be able to apply critical thinking strategies and use first and second conditional structures to analyze and justify opinions about real life situations in English by the end of the lesson using digital tools to support their reasoning. And we have two specific objectives. A student will identify correct uses of first and second conditional and classify examples with accuracy during the presentation stage. The student will apply conditional structures to give logical conclusions and assumptions in a Google Forms activity, completing at least four correct responses during the practice stage. Now we have some key contents and we have the language functions, structures, and key vocabulary. And the language function, we have students are expected to think critically, use conditionals, collaborate with others, and apply reasoning to real-life scenarios using digital tools. On the other hand, we have structures. A student will use first and second conditional structures for expressing reasoning and consequence. And here we have the structures. On the other hand, we have key vocabulary. We have some words like fact, opinion, assumption, conclusion, evidence, reasoning, consequence, argument, point of view, claim, prediction, hypothesis, problem, solution, evaluate, analyze, justify, etc. Now we have is the stage, the activity, and the skill and the time. We have the warm-up stage, and in this stage, we're going to use or we are going to put in practice with our students. We have the reading and writing skill, and for this activity, we have 5 minutes, and the teacher will project a fig jump limp. And the fig jump limp, in fig jump, we're going to have a question. And the question says, when you make decisions, what do you usually consider? So we're going to ask this question to the students, and the student they will they will write words like consequences, risk, benefits, options, etc. And the teacher will comment two or three answers, and the teacher connects the answer to conditional thinking. We use conditional to analyze possible consequence, a key part of critical thinking. Now I'm going to show you the link of the big jump platform. Here is the question, and here is the instruction. So the student they will have to do, they can participate in this material. They will have to log in or register in this platform. They can write. This platform is free, so no problem to the students. On the other hand, sorry, my lesson plan. Here I have my lesson plan again. Sorry. On the other hand, we have the presentation states in this part. The teacher shows a Canva infographic that includes what is critical thinking, identify facts, recognize assumptions, evaluate consequences, conditional for critical thinking. And on the other hand, we have 10 minutes for this activity. So in this activity, we are going to put in practice with our student the listening and reading skill. And here we have some examples for first and second conditional. Real consequences: if people check facts, they will avoid misinformation. And the second conditional example, hypothetical thinking. If a school taught critical thinking earlier, a student would make better decisions. On the other hand, first and second conditional concept, we are going, the teacher will show the students and explain the first and second conditional concept. On the other hand, the teacher will model some example. If you read only opinions, you will create basic conclusions. If we have more time, we will analyze more evidence. If a statement includes no data, it will probably be an opinion. And we're going to check quick concept checking questions. Is this real or hypothetical? Which conditional is used? And here we have the Canva link. So I'm going to show you the material. We have the Canva infographic that I have created to my students with the concept, with the examples, with the questions. Now, on the other hand, we have the practice part. And in this part, we are going to use the Google Forms platform using conditional plus critical thinking with our students, right? And for this activity, we have 15 minutes to develop this stage. And we are going to put in practice with our students the reading and writing skill. On the other hand, students read short scenarios and complete conditional sentences. For example, the first scenario, a teenager says that if social media disappeared, people, so here the student they will have to fill this blank space with the correct answer. In this case, would be. A teenager said that if social media disappeared, people would be happier. And they will have to answer two questions. What assumption is the writer making? They will have to make a short answer and they will have to answer, is this a first or second conditional sentence? So here we have some examples, we will for items. If people don't analyze information, so the student, they will have to complete these sentences and answer the questions. So here we have the Google for link, and I'm going to show you the link. Here we have the test, the instructions, and here we have the items to the students with the questions. We have 10 items for our students, and they will have to answer this test. So on the other hand, we have a short listening clip. This is a second activity for practice stage. And for this activity, we have 10 minutes. And with our student, we are going to put in practice the listening and writing skill. The topic is, should homework be eliminated? And the students answer all mirror platform, one first conditional sentence and one second conditional sentence. And we have some example of a student answer that they could answer. If a student have too much homework, they will feel stressed. If school reduce homework, the student will learn through projects. Those are examples. And here we have the audio clip link that I have uploaded uh, to Drive. So here we have the audio clip, and you can play it. And we are going to listen the audio. On the other hand, we have the mirror platform link. This is another online board where the student they can write the sentences, the first and second conditional sentence. So here the student they will have to log in to the platform. This platform is free, so no problem. Here we have a picture of the platform, of the mirror platform. Let me see. Here we have the mirror platform. Here we have a screenshot of mirror platform, where here we have the structure, the instruction, and what they have to do. So let me give me a moment. So after that, after this activity, we have the production stage. And now this activity is Padlet debate board. For this activity, we have 15 minutes, and we're going to put in practice reading, writing, and speaking with our student. And the student will choose one of these prompts posted on Padlet. Social media does more harm than good. Homework should be optional. AI will replace many jobs in the future, and the student will write a short argument that must include one fact, one opinion, one assumption, one conclusion, one first conditional sentence, and one second conditional sentence. Peer interaction. Students have to comment at least one classmate's argument using critical thinking words. For example, I agree because this assumption is, and after that, volunteers share their arguments already. Teacher give feedback on critical thinking structure. And here we have the Padlet platform link. Let me show you the Padlet. And here we have the Padlet platform with the question. And this platform is free. So let me show you the screenshot. I don't know why this platform is not working right now, but the platform works. Here we have the screenshot, right? Padlet debate board, and here we have the instructions to our students, and they can add their their work in the platform. So let me give me a moment. Now, after that, we have the wrap up stage. For this stage, we have 5 minutes to develop this stage, and with our student, we're going to develop reading and writing skill. And we have again the Padlet platform, one conditional, one insight. We're going to use the tool Padlet, and the teacher shares a Padlet link. A student must write two things: one conditional sentence based on today's topic. For example, if people checked facts before sharing news, misinformation would decrease. If students practice critical thinking, they will make better decisions. One thing, on the other hand, the students they will have to write one thing that they have learned today. For example, I've learned how to identify assumptions. I learned the difference between first and second conditional. I've learned how conditional help us to predict consequence. And the teacher reads one or two students answer and close the class. Here we have the Padlet link, and the Padlet link we see like this: one conditional, one insight, and here we have the instructions. So in this platform, the student they will work. So finally, we have the assessment. Type of assessment. This assessment is formative. Skills evaluated: grammar, vocabulary, writing, listening, critical thinking, and the teacher will assist students' learning throughout by the lesson by observing their participation and performance during each stage. In the warm-up, students share ideas on fiction, writing roles related to real situations. In the presentation, students recognize the structure and use of the first and second conditional through examples in the Canva infographic. In the practice, students complete Google Forms tasks using the correct conditional forms and demonstrating reasoning. Students listen the audio clip and, according to the topic, write sentences. Production and wrap-up. Students write and express arguments using conditional on Padlet and during the oral sharing stage, showing evidence of critical thought and consequence. Students will be evaluated based on correct use of grammar, first and second conditional, vocabulary related to critical thinking and decision making, critical thinking skills, identifying facts, assumptions, conclusions, consequences, hypothetical outcomes, etc. Oral fluency and clarity of ideas, writing coherence and justification, participation and teamwork. The During, we are going to evaluate Big Jam, Google Form, Miro, Padlet, oral sharing use. And here we have the bibliography references. And here we have the material, computer and project, internet connection, Canva infographic with critical thinking, first and second conditional concepts, Big Jam, Google Forms items, listening clip, Miro, paddle boards, whiteboard and markers. And after this recording, I'm going to post the link here. And here we have the annexes. Here we have some screenshots of the materials that I have created for my students. Here we have the Big Jam activity, the Canva infographic, the Google Forms activity. Here we have the audio clip, the Miro platform, and with the link, here we have the Padlet board, debate board, and here we have the one conditional, one insight Padlet board, and that's all. Thank you so much for listening to me. This has been my lesson plan. Thank you so much for your attention. Bye bye.